Do you remember when was the last time you read a book? Or having dinner with your family? Of course not. Maybe you know the 80-20 rule means 80% wealth is in the hands of 20% people in the world. But do you know what is tittytainment? On September 27, 1995, more than 500 world elites gathered in San Francisco to discuss the problem of the global gap between rich and poor. Former U.S. National Security Advisor Brzezinski put forward a theory called tittytainment. In fact, the emergence of a large number of social media such as TikTok, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, etc., just caters to the tittytainment, which keeps you addicted to them and takes up your time, energy and money. If you still can't deal with those completely pointless, can't stop playing apps, you're doomed to become poorer and poorer. New thinking, new finance. Welcome to Legend Finance Academy, the place where future billionaires come to get inspired. Today, let's talk about social media and explore how social media keeps you poor. If you're not subscribed yet, you're missing out. The revenue of the internet economy depends on whether consumers can pay attention to surf the net constantly. In other words, only if users spend as long as possible on the smartphone, click on and refresh various contents, and look forward to new things all the time, the internet companies could be profitable. However, it weakens our thinking ability, and finally, we are poorer and poorer in terms of time, energy and money, while internet companies are getting richer and richer in the end. On the one hand, social media is designed to be an addictive time waster. You may unconsciously spend several hours browsing different platforms like Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and so on every day. Some people lie in bed when they are awake and keep scanning social media until they suddenly realize it's 2 o'clock in the morning. Others may use social media for a short period of time, such as spending only 5 minutes on their mobile phones at a time, but they do it every hour. At the end of the day, an hour or even longer has been wasted. You could spend this time on work, hobbies, or spending time with your family, but it's occupied by social media. Therefore, social media destructs your time particularly. It's not over. Watching a lot of short videos will distort your way of thinking, and then your brain will forget the time. On the other hand, social media is one of the most common reasons why people procrastinate. When you feel stressed or insecure, social media always creates opportunities for you to get lost in other people's lives and forget about your own pressure. For example, watching TV, watching short videos, and playing video games. These activities will distract your attention and prevent you from focusing on what you should do.
We now know that many of the major social media companies hire individuals called attention engineers who borrow principles from Las Vegas casino gambling, among other places, to try to make these products as addictive as possible.
Every time you browse social media, you see others live a better life, which seems very encouraging. But in fact, they make you feel worried about yourself. You will involuntarily compare your life with theirs, keep hoping that your life is not the way it is now. Instead of being hardworking, you become lazier and less energetic. Moreover, social media makes us poor financially. In fact, the internet is watching you all the time. Algorithms will keep tracking of our internet usage, and then provide advertisements on social media that prompt us to spend money. Social media applications such as Instagram and Facebook have made purchasing goods easier than ever. In the past, we had to manually enter all credit cards and debit cards information or search the internet for the product you saw on social media, which would prevent us from making immediate purchases to a certain extent. And now, many social media provide a seamless shopping experience. For example, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook's swipe-up links and Quick Pass are all tools designed to allow you to spend more money, which causes us to buy many things we don't truly need without thinking. Therefore, how could we avoid such side effects from social media above? There are some solutions below. Firstly, use 21 days to develop a new habit. Although it's hard to get rid of a bad habit, it'll be easier to replace it with a better one. We can change our minds and set an alarm clock. If the alarm goes off, keep away from the phone. Therefore, the most important thing is to have a good mindset. Once the time is up, you must stop it. Timely record the usage of various applications on your mobile phone. Immediately uninstall time-consuming social apps, or use them with restrictions. You can do things that you have always wanted to do to cover the time you used to play social media, such as reading, exercising, and learning to cook. The new behavior will cover the old behavior. At the same time, You can set your phone to focus mode and check the information of the phone at a fixed time, instead of viewing and replying as soon as the phone rings. Secondly, we need to improve our searchability on social media. Nowadays, we are in an internet era of information explosion. We can easily learn about things in another country, and we can instantly communicate with anyone from different identities and regions, which is the unprecedented progress of civilization. However, we are also experiencing great knowledge anxiety and information anxiety. Without a mobile phone or viewing various social media for a while, we feel deeply disconnected from the world and feel lagging behind information. This anxiety is often caused by the fact that we only pay attention to the information itself instead of the value behind the information. Social media makes us chase all kinds of news every day, so that we are trapped in an information cocoon. For example, when we look for some information, we'd prefer to choose the same thing. It is just like shopping in a supermarket. Though there are lots of goods we can choose from, we are always inclined to buy the same commodities over and over again. Therefore, we must continue to improve our searchability on social media. We should try to keep ourselves secured from the surveillance of big data. We can't just become passive information receivers. Thirdly, we need to build reasonable consumption habits on social media. Nowadays, social media is becoming more and more commercial, which tempts us to purchase commodities impulsively. For example, when we see others' recommendations on Facebook, Instagram, or any other social media, we always want to own the same thing. In order to escape from this kind of trap, we could remove our credit and debit cards from social media platforms and close Quick Pass. So every time you're about to pay for something, you're forced to fill in all of your information again. This will provide an extra barrier to prevent you from overspending. It will also curb your impulsive consumption behavior and provide you with more time to contemplate the pros and cons of the purchase. Moreover, never buy luxury goods which will only empty your wallet. Okay, that's all for today's video. Do you have any similar experience like this? Come up and join us anytime. If you have any ideas or suggestions, share with us down below, and we'd like to talk with you together. If you like this video, remember to subscribe to our channel, and I will see you guys next time. Now, you can get out of your social media and throw the smartphone away. Go ahead and enjoy your peaceful time with others.